Mind for so long through my mind.
Pull it up.
As I keep thinking about it, thoughts are racing through my mind. For so long I've been wishing that my dreams came alive. I'll take a moment to myself until I'm all alone.
Pull up the tune, pull up the tune, pull up the tune.
Thinking about it, thoughts are racing through my mind. For so long I've been wishing that my dreams came alive. I'll take a moment to myself until I'm all alone. Lord, you've been so good. I want you to know, as long as I live,
pick up yourself.
I will give you everything that your name is worth. As long as I live.
Yes.
Oh, as long as I live, I will give you everything that your name is.
This is positive out of Trinidad and Tobago. As long as I live.
Come, let's sing praises to the Father, for He sent His only Son, for you and for me, to know the race is won. And I will cherish the moment that you came into my life. You made it worthwhile. Most High, me I go love you in the trouble that you know me I go through. Oh, because me know you're there for me, and I'm know that there is one God in earth, and that's Jesus. He's the Savior, and I love you forever. Forever and ever.
Yes. You choose radio.
I will give you everything that your name is worth. As long as I live. As long as I live, I will give you everything that your name is worth. As long as I live.
Hey, big up yourself. This is the Positive Forces Show, always giving you more, sending you positive vibes.
To change your life.
I'm your host, Kimone Hall.
And I'm your co-host, Yola. Yoli.
Hey, in the house. Liven up yourself this Saturday afternoon.
As I keep
Claudette Bromfield, my partner.
My partner.
So long I've been wishing
lady.
That my dreams came
for tuning in with us on the Positive Forces Show from North Carolina, baby.
Hey.
Lord, you've been so good. I want you to know.
As long as I liven up yourself.
I will give you everything that you
rock from left to right.
As long as I live.
Wave a flag. Put a smile on your face. What you say about the hand?
On your hand.
Your name is worth. As long as I live.
Wave it.
As long as I
live. All right. That was positive out of, my God, Trinidad. Jesus, peace. Positive. Oh, you're doing. Hey, listen, he's having a concert. Free plug. He's having a concert coming up in September next month. So, he'll be here in Atlanta. So I just want you to know that. All right.
Oh, yeah.
This is Ryzen with Who Are You?
Talking to you.
Trinidad Day again. Jesus of mercy.
When your back is against the wall, but you still stand tall.
Who are you?
Who are you when you are tested? Are you afraid? When your back is against the wall, but you still stand tall.
We have big news with Rising. Big news coming up.
Testing. Are you a burden or are you a blessing? After all the time.
You choose radio. Come on. Hang out with us.
In my life, I gotta be a blessing. I gotta be your blessing. It's when push come to shove and pressure starts squeezing. That's when you see the real deal. Easier to give people love when everything easy. Come on now, let's be real. Easier to share when my cup is full. Easier to care when everything good. Easier to say the right word and conduct myself like I should. But who are you when you are testing? Are you a burden or are you a blessing?
Take the time to share this with your friends.
After all that I invested in my life, I gotta be a blessing. You know I gotta be a blessing.
You gotta be a blessing. Yola, Yoli, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
How are you, Kimmy Kim?
Good. That's pretty good. That's good. I got 4 good?
I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I love it, y'all. Listen, man, when Yoli's good, we all good. We all know that, right?
Yes.
How was your week?
Oh man, my week was something.
Uh-oh.
And so we're gonna talk about that on Yoli's Corner. But other than that, the week was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. My week was good too. Hey, the weeks feel like it's flying by fast.
Yeah,
The,
they
the
are.
days.
They are. Yeah, they are.
The
That's all I
days
can
are
say
going
about
by
that.
fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
one of those, you wake up on Monday, and then you blink twice as Wednesday,
Yeah.
and then you blink twice again on Saturday.
Yeah.
Positive Forces show.
Hey.
Fast.
Fast. My God. All right. Well, we're gonna open up with prayer like we always do.
Mhm.
You wanna hit it?
Yes.
Let's go.
Heavenly Father, I come to you today on the Positive Forces show to thank you for our blessings, Lord. Thank you for everything that you've given us. Thank you for continuing to bless us. Thank you for continuing to walk with us. Thank you, Lord, for continuing to be by our side, to helping us make informed decisions, helping us live the way that we should be, helping to remind us. I thank you, Lord. Remind us how we should be, what we should be doing. Help us, Lord, to navigate through this. And I just thank you for everything that you've done for us, Lord, and continue to do for us as we navigate through life. Amen.
Amen. It's good to be thankful.
Yes,
You
I'm
know?
in a very thankful mood. Last time I was also thanking again
Yeah.
in prayer. I felt like I needed to say a lot of thank yous for
Yeah.
blessings that I don't, that may be small, that I don't realize in hindsight. And then it's like, oh my gosh, Eureka, wait a minute, that was a blessing. I should say thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been in a very thankful, prayful mood as of late.
Good. That's good. I like that. So many times when we're praying, we often asking God for something. God, give me. God, why? And forgetting to thank Him for His mercies and His grace and His provision and for life. Just like the things that we take for granted, they may seem small, but it's not a small thing. So again, taking stuff for granted, we shouldn't do that. So yeah. Thank God for everything, for life. Thank God for your family. Thank God for your friends. Just be in a thankful mode. And I think when you are, it kind of humbles you too. It puts you in a different light.
Yeah, because I think you realize when you start saying thank you to God, you realize the things that you're thanking Him for. So it kind of puts it in perspective, and it can be humbling once you realize, the things that you have navigated through, the things that were there to bring you down but didn't.
Yeah.
Making the wrong turn, making the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, man. He's good. And He's always with us. God is always with us. He's always communicating with us, especially if you have accepted Him as your Lord and Savior. He's always with you. Sometimes, you're going down the street and you're like, ah, man, something told me. That's something, guys, is God. It can't, the something doesn't, the thing, something told me that thing doesn't come out of osmosis. It doesn't come out of the thin air. That's God, guys. I just want you to know that. Okay?
not diffusion.
Yes, Osiris, big up yourself, Fuego. Hey,
It's actually the Holy Spirit.
it is the Holy Spirit talking to us. So we have to make sure we're cognizant of that and thank Him for that. Sometimes those quick, rash decisions that we have to make, if we make it on our own, we might mess up and make the wrong decision. So God is just excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whew, what's the weather like outside?
Man, it's kind of cloudy.
Mm.
It started off, in the 70s, which I liked 'cause I needed a break from the heat.
Well,
But I went out, came back, went out again, and it was 85, and it was hot.
just change. Boom.
Just like that. Georgia.
Hey, bipolar. Oh my
Yep.
God. You ready for Yoli's Corner?
Yes, let's go, let's go,
Oh
let's
my
go.
God. It's time for
Yoli's
Yoli's
Corner.
Corner, guys.
What song you picking for me today?
What?
Yeah. Boy.
Listen, you gotta pick your own song.
Oh, jeez. Yee. Somebody pick me a song. What would you guys like?
Yo, this is Ryzen from Trinidad and Tobago out of the Caribbean. And right now, I am locked on to Yoli's Corner. Yoli, big up yourself right now.
All right, all right, all right. Big up Yoli's Corner.
Hey.
Gotta love it.
Higher level, guys. Higher level, higher level,
Every
higher
time I
level.
hear that, I just start blushing. I can't help it.
I-
It's so special.
Oh my God,
Thank you,
my God,
Ryzen.
my
To face the world.
Yoli's Corner, guys.
Where am I gone? Higher than high is higher up. Higher than high is higher up. Higher than high, higher than high. Where am I gone? Higher level. I'm not afraid to face the world. Then there's nothing left. Stand tall and don't cry. You're a special in my father's eyes. Cause when I thought I couldn't take it, and everybody said I wouldn't make it, no. Child, lift me off of the ground. Yeah, there Child goes again.
Yoli's Corner.
Yes, Yoli's Corner on the Positive Forces Show. First, let me say to Mr. Osiris Tillman, big up to you too. You said big up, sister. So we're
Hey.
giving you back the big up.
Big up Osiris.
Yes. So, Yoli's Corner. So, as you guys know, Yoli's Corner is usually structured into 3 parts, and I picked this, topic to help us navigate on how to get those 3 parts, the body, mind, and the spirit, in alignment to help us live a better life. Well, since the last time I did Yoli's Corner, I talked about going on vacation, I decided that I would be a little bit more lax since, summer's coming to a close. So, today I want to talk about worrying. Or worry, which could be a really big topic. So this week, although my week was good, my week had some worrying in it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to really go into what I was worrying about, but there were some worries for most of the week, to the point where I got to work and I got up on the wrong floor because I was just so distracted with worry. And then I was driving to work on the same day, and I felt like I missed my turn, like I couldn't remember how to get to work. And it's because I was distracted with worry. So let's just break down a little bit worrying and how it affects the body, mind, and the spirit.
All right.
So for the body, when you worry, you can actually feel it in your body. If you're somebody like me or like Kimone or others that are kind of in tune with your body and how it feels, you might think that that backache or that headache or the little pain in your shoulder might just be you're getting old. I don't know. You worked out too hard. But actually, it can be worrying too much, manifesting pain in your body. And your body's trying to tell you, look, you need to stop. Sometimes that worry can be like how you feel if you're anxious. Your heart rate gets really fast. You start breathing hard. All of that anxiety is because you're worrying. So for the body, try to figure out how you can stop that from happening. And I'll tell you, it's not easy. but maybe something like a different activity. Maybe pick up a hobby, maybe read a book, take a walk, something that can get your body to relax and move. Maybe do some positive Christian affirmations, repeat them to yourself. You know, try to get your body moving so that whatever is hurting you, your headache, maybe a breath of fresh air can get that feeling of anxiety and worry out of your body. Okay, so now, how does worry affect the mind? So for me, I'm going to share this with you guys, what it does to my mind. When I worry, the worries become somewhat irrational. And when I say irrational, I mean that they are things that are made up and are not going to happen. And I worry and worry and worry to the point where it's always on my mind. I wake up and it's on my mind. Before I go to sleep, it's on my mind. And I start thinking of these scenarios of what's going to happen. But in essence, I have no idea what's going to happen. And what I'm thinking is probably not going to happen. And all of it is because I am worried and I can't get my mind to just shut off or shut up because I am so worried about whatever. It could be, we worry about all sorts of things. We can worry about things that are actually happening, that are present, that we're actually going through. And we can worry about things in the future that we think could happen because of a result of a choice that we made, or a result of something happened, or even a result that someone else did to you, and the consequence is this, and you start worrying about it, and that might not be the consequence at all. So for the mind, for those of us that happens to, where you make up these scenarios of what you're worrying about, what you think's going to happen, when that happens, try to identify it and then stop. Because in essence, you really don't know what's going to happen. Nothing might happen at all. So don't make it up. You're just making your mind worse and worrying more than you have to unnecessarily. So try not to do that. Try to maybe watch a movie, something enlightening, call a friend, talk. You don't have to talk about what's happening, but you could talk about anything else that will get your mind off of it. Maybe do a crossword puzzle, maybe read a book, but do something else that can just get your mind off of it. Maybe make a cup of tea, go onto your front porch, sit down, maybe take in nature. Give yourself something else to look at, something else to appreciate, something else to get your mind out of that worrying and that making up a consequence that probably isn't going to happen. So, for the spirit, I'm going to turn a little bit with the spirit because I actually, and this worked for me. So, with all of my worrying and how it was affecting my body, I wasn't getting any sleep. I was waking up in pain, even though I have a sleep number mattress, which is supposed to take away my pain. I would wake up, I woke up with a headache. I woke up with backaches. I woke up just in pain. I woke up not feeling well. I had the anxious tightness in the chest. My mind was on all the time. Wake up in the morning, I'm worried. Before I go to bed, I'm worried.
Oh,
And
man.
I'll tell you the one thing that helped me, and believe you guys, was talking to Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
What I did, and listen to me carefully, I started off with the Our Father. Now, you guys know how I feel about that prayer. So I said that, and I kept saying it. And then when I was finished saying it, I just started talking. I started talking to God and telling him, although he already knows, I was talking to him about what I was feeling and what I was going through. I asked for some things, and then at the end of it, I kind of thanked him a little bit for me not going completely off the rails. Right? So you got to get a thank you in there. But I noticed that praying and talking to God and relying on the Spirit and relying on the Word really, really helped me get out of that worry that I was having. So by the end of the week, um, what I thought was going to happen didn't happen.
Always.
And I'll explain to you why it didn't happen. But what I thought was going to happen didn't happen. The core of what made me worry, I actually got through it. And at the other side, I was like, oh gosh, why do I do this? And I realized to myself that that's what we do. We don't trust enough. We don't trust God enough. We think that we do, but when things get kind of hard or if you're worried or something doesn't go the way you think you should, what do? We worry. We try to take it into our own hands. We try to fix it ourselves. And at the end of it, you realize that, guess what? Everything works out. It always does. I promise you, without fail, it always works out. You know why? Because God's got your back.
And
That's
that's His
why.
word.
And that's His word.
All
He says,
things work
worry
together.
about nothing and
Yeah.
pray about everything. So
Yeah.
why don't we do that? Why
Yeah.
don't we just worry about nothing and pray about everything? And I will be the first one to say that that is very difficult. It's very hard. For me, it is a work on progress. There are some things that I'm really good at not worrying about. For example, people.
Good.
I don't really worry about people. I used to. I don't anymore. I just let people do what they're going to do and be who they're going to be and show me who they are. Period. So I don't really worry about people that much anymore. But there are other things in my life that I am still struggling with that have to do with worry. And since, on Yoli's Corner, I like to be honest with you guys. I like to give you advice that's going to help you so that we can all grow together. I'm telling you guys, when you get to that part, pray. Pray and have a conversation. And remember to worry about nothing and pray about everything. And I will tell you, the worries are going to come. And all you need to do is try to remember that. Write it down. Put it somewhere you can see it. Put it as a screensaver on your phone. Do something, but make sure that when it comes, you see it. And remember to worry about nothing and pray about everything. And that's Yoli's Corner, guys. Thank you for listening.
Yes, yes, that's what's up. That's
Amen,
what's up.
amen, amen.
Amen, amen. Osiris says, period, boo.
Period, boo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. And yeah, worrying is it's a horrible thing.
It can cause anxiety. It can be crippling. And I
Yeah.
actually think in some people it causes depression and
Stress.
stress, which I think is the root of most, if not all, diseases. It's related around stress.
Yeah, i.e. strokes and like you said,
Stroke,
anxiety and
cancer,
depression.
yeah.
And so many people at this point in I talk with people and they're okay with identifying, yes, I'm stressed. Yes, I'm on pills. Yes, I'm getting therapy. Yes, this is so that is a thing now. Like individuals
Wow.
are like, yeah, I'm taking pills. Yes, I'm taking this for my anxiety, for my this, for my that. So people are embracing the medical field in terms of getting help for them, with the pills and therapy. So, but worrying is definitely not of God. And if it's not of God, then we know it's what? The devil is playing with us, right? And
Yes,
like you
it's the
said,
spiritual warfare.
it's a
He's
spiritual
trying to get
warfare.
you.
And you, like you said, a lot of times, we worry about something and it doesn't even happen the way we're thinking in our
Right?
minds. And it's just such a waste of energy.
It's a waste of energy that you
Yeah.
can be using for anything
Anything
else
else.
but that.
Yeah, so I personally, I don't worry about a lot of things. I've exercised that throughout the years, and I'm just like, God, I leave that to you, and I got take it. And when I think about it again, and it's like almost like I'm taking it back from God, I give it right back. I'm like, oh nope, nope, it's yours, God. You fix it. I'm your child. You fix it. I'm your child, and I'm coming to you to fix it. So yes, that was good. That was good. That was good. That's good.
We have a comment by Osiris. Never worry and never mind about the unknown in certain situations. We manifest not only what we speak, but think. Worry not. Yes,
Worry
I
not,
agree.
Cyrus. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Worry not.
Yes, 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 yes.
Whew, I'll tell you, it's something that has to be practiced. So
Oh,
please,
yeah.
please, please practice it. And when you feel like Yola said, when you feel like it, just go ahead and pray, because that sometimes it's an attention that God is trying to get from you, put you in a situation to say, hey, I need you to come to me. I need you to call on me. I need you to pray. I need you to give this situation to me so that I can make it nice and beautiful, or take it away from you, because
Make your
it's
crooked path straight.
make your crooked path straight. Yeah. So that's it, guys. That is it for Yoli's Corner. That was Yoli's Corner.
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago out of the Caribbean. And right now, I am locked on to Yoli's corner. Yoli, big up yourself right now.
Big up
Pick up
yourself.
yourself, Yoli's Corner, Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. Oh my gosh. Every single time I hear that, I just get giddy.
I know. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's okay.
Turn up mine, I'm in my father's hands. Cause when I thought I couldn't take it, and everybody said I wouldn't make it, no. Child, lift me up from the ground. Yeah, there Jah goes again. He took me to a higher level, higher up. There Jah goes again. He took me to a higher level, higher up. Higher than high is higher up. Higher than high is higher up. Higher than high, higher than high. Higher than high is higher up. Higher than high is higher up. Higher than high. Where we going? So when you're on your last breath, your last stretch, then there's nothing left. Stand tall and don't cry.
Hey, that was Yoli's Corner. All right. Gonna pay some bills. Let's see. Gotta pay the bills. JNR Construction for all your construction needs. Please contact Junior Williams at 678-927-6945. Again, 678-927-6945. Junior Williams, give him a call with J&R Construction, and they will take care of you. Anything you need for your home, new floors, adding a column, plumbing, whatever it is, just give them a call. Painting, just give them a call and they'll take care of you. Let them know that you heard it first from the Positive Forces show, and I need to figure out the discount. He'll have to give you a discount. Don't worry
Yeah, I
about
was
that.
gonna say that. Like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah, he has to give you a discount. Has to give you a discount. Give him a call. 678-927-6945. Again, 678-927-6945. J&R Construction. All right, if you have any lawn care needs, contact Reggie, okay? His number is 404-246-9582. 404-246-9582. Any landscaping needs, anything that you have and that you need to get done, just give them a call and they will take care of you. They have a great crew. They did some work for us here and for me here, and I'm telling you, a fantastic job. Higher level. Yes. All right, we're going to jump into the weather. Let's talk about the Atlanta weather. It's actually 84 degrees outside.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I was close.
All right.
I was close. I said 85. So yeah.
Yeah. You did good. All right, so today is going to be, we're going to have some showers, guys.
Yeah, about
Gonna-
6. Right?
About 6 o'clock?
Something like that.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. How'd you know? You're taking over my job, y'all.
No, I'm
6
not.
o'clock, 86 degrees with rain. That's going to be our high, and our low is going to be 70 degrees. On Sunday, it'll be rainy again with a high of 81 and a low of 71. Monday, it'll be rainy with a high of 78 and a low of 68. Tuesday, rain. 81 with a low of 67. On Wednesday, 84, rain with a low of 69. Thursday, rain with a low of 69 and a high of 81. On Friday, we'll have rain again with a high of 84 and a low of 69. And that's your weather forecast for today. My gosh, we're
The
gonna have
entire
rain
week?
all week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Flash flood, here we come.
Yeah. See, I mean, people are having
Wow.
hurricane season something is now.
Yeah, it's now, right? That
Right.
hasn't ended yet.
No.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be getting a lot of the residue from all of that
Wow, it's a lot of rain, man. Every day? Goodness gracious.
every day, every day,
Oh, there
every
goes
day.
my grass, guys.
Well, you know what? That's the thing. I love it because it makes our grass so nice and green.
Yeah,
But
but
then it grows so fast, and then you're just like,
Ew. My yard looks like crap.
yeah. How often do you cut your yard?
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah, me too. And then like within like a week and a half, I'm just like dreading to see how it looks. I'm just like, oh my god, I hate it. And those couple of days cannot go by fast enough to get that lawn cut.
Yeah. And we
Oh.
both have lots of like trees and foresty kind of area
Hmm.
on our property. So it's tall grass and leaves everywhere.
Yeah. So Reggie, he came because I had some bushes in the back, and when the lawn care man cuts the lawn, he'll put that in the back. And I was just like, no, I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. It just has so many trees hanging and loose trees and old trash and logs. And I was just like, oh my God, no. I just want it clean. And you have to see it. Okay. And Reggie came out, him and his crew. He came out at 6:30, okay, p.m. And I'm looking at the time like, all right, well, I guess he'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
No problem. Reggie comes out with this machine, it's like a mulch eating, tree eating, branch eating machine.
Yeah.
And he comes there, and in 2 hours, they were DONE. And you should see that place. Oh my gosh, it's clean now.
Yeah.
Like prepared now for a fence. Like that clean and that good. They are so efficient, and I really, really love the work that they did. I can't wait to show it to you. So that's one of my things, pet peeves. Like I like my home a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and the garden as well has to be a certain way. And even my palm tree, I have a palm tree out front, and
Yeah,
it
you
was
do.
just growing
Out of control.
wildly. Yeah, but I didn't care. It was a palm tree, and as long as it's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked them to take to prune it for me. And he said, well, you can prune it, because I was like, just cut it in the top. And can I just cut it off? And can I get the top and I can plant it? And he's like, no,
No.
it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, no.
I was like, man,
Sorry.
all right. I was disappointed. I just want you to know that, because they're quite expensive. All right. So he goes and he was like, I'll just prune it. I said, prune it instead of moving it. So he prunes it all the way up. So when you go to like a resort, you'll see the long trunk, and then
Yeah.
you have the windmill palm on the top, and that's how he did it. I was just like, oh my god, like, do I actually have that in my house?
Yes,
It
you do.
looks totally different, guys. So I'm just excited about that. I'm really into home and decorating and things like that. So
Yeah, the problem with people that have lots of trees and that foresty area in their backyard or side yard
mhm.
is that lots of times your gardener will come and they'll take up the debris and everything and just put it back there.
Yeah,
Um,
I
but the
hate it.
problem is not all of them have that grinder
Yeah,
that Reggie has,
Yeah.
and it's nice that you can grind it up and just put it back down as mulch and
mhm,
fill out the parts that are
mhm,
not level.
mhm.
Helps with mosquitoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what happens is they have to take it off site and it costs them money. So that's why usually they just dump it in the back. But it ends up being a big fat mess.
Yeah, fat mess, huge
Yes.
fat mess, and I hate it.
Yes.
Hey, did you hear about the plane that failed to descend as the pilot reportedly fell asleep during his flight? So this happened on today's the. This happened. This happened. No, this happened yesterday. Okay,
Gosh.
so the two pilots were believed to have fallen asleep and missed their landing during a flight from Sudan to Ethiopia. Actually, this week, so it happened on Monday.
Mm.
Yeah, according to the reports by commercial aviation news site Aviation Herald.
That's what I know.
So yeah, so reportedly, the incident took place on board of an Ethiopian airline, I just can't remember. Boeing 837. No, Boeing 737, en route to Katura to Addis Ababa, Ababa, Ababa,
Okay.
Ababa,
Ababa.
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 Yeah, and they fell asleep. So the air traffic control was, trying to alert them and saying, "Hey, what's going on?" But for some reason, they couldn't reach the crew
So wait. Let me get this straight. So the pilot fell asleep.
and the
The
co-pilot.
co-pilot fell asleep, and what happened to the rest of in-flight? They
Well,
were just helping the customers. They fell asleep too.
no, well, I guess they don't go back to the cockpit. I don't know, but they're there, and they were cruising their aircraft at an altitude of 37,000 feet on autopilot. So
What
I
in
can
the
understand that. That's like
world?
when you're driving on cruise control, and you're tired and it's night. You can fall asleep.
Oh yeah.
So that's what happened. This happened August 15th, Monday, y'all.
So how? So does it explain how they alerted the
So
pilot and co-pilot?
So when
Like,
they
how do you
failed
do
to when
that?
they failed to descend, the air traffic control, didn't hear them. So an alarm was triggered when the plane overshot the runway and continued along the route. So can you imagine what was going through their head? Like, was this a terrorist attack, or it just could have been anything, right?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's insane. I want to laugh because it's actually hilarious. But
Mm.
in this time, you're right. It could have been a terrorist attack. Who knows?
Yeah, you could
Can you
know.
imagine you're sitting at the airport and you see this plane just run through? Or a passenger on the plane and the plane just, flies by, doesn't land. Whew, that's scary.
Yeah, they landed 25 minutes later somewhere else. I mean, to me,
Somewhere else?
that's appalling. Yeah. We're
Wow.
receiving.
So what happened to the pilot? Did it say?
No, doesn't say. I'm sure he got reprimanded. Can you imagine
Or
that all these
fired?
or fired? All these lives are in your hands. You have to be. Oh my God! Oh,
That's
so
terrible.
careful.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God! What's Osara saying?
Oh, hard work and
Being.
consistently being consistent pays off.
Mhm.
You ladies have made it to the next level. So shall you be raised. Thank you.
Oh, Osiris, that was beautiful.
It was.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
The
so much.
next level. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, Fuego. Wow, but yeah, but I mean that's like, whew,
Yeah,
I
I'm in
cannot,
shock.
I cannot imagine that.
Usually I have something to say, but I'm in such shock by that story that I have nothing.
I cannot imagine that.
No.
My God, just picture it, y'all. You're flying to Jamaica, Trinidad, wherever, Dubai, and you're supposed to land. You see this runway because you're looking through the window, and you're not landing.
Or an island, you see the runway and then you see ocean. Wow.
Crazy, y'all.
Alrighty then.
My God. Anyway, that's that. Was there anything else in the news this week that you want to talk about?
Yeah, there was something, but I don't think I should talk about it.
What was it?
It was a woman that. Oh no, I don't think I should talk about it. It was not good. This is the Positive Forces show.
It wasn't positive.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Can we put a
positive.
positive spin on it?
No.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Now, aren't you curious now?
Yeah,
Like,
I wish I had this, and I think not everybody's curious.
yeah, like we're all like waiting now.
So this happened in India. A woman went to work and she came back and saw that her boyfriend was assaulting her daughter. And so she cut him. Let's just say cut him. And he ended up in the hospital. And what was interesting about this article is that in India, this part of India, they have very strict rules when it comes to children being assaulted in that manner. And he was charged with um, assault.
Good.
Yes.
She cut him. Did she do one of the Lorraine Bobbitt things?
Yes, she did a bobbit.
And orange.
She did a Lorraine. Is it Lorraine?
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, she did a bobbit.
She did a Bobbitt.
And she did not get arrested. Wow. Because that is against the law. I mean, like, seriously against the law, like almost death penalty against the law over there. They take it very, very seriously.
Yeah, I do too. And I shouldn't be like having this kind of reaction to it. I'm having a positive laugh. I mean, that was dead wrong. Like,
It was.
how do you do that to a child and
Yeah.
then think that? But the God is supposed to be able to, avenge us. We know that. But she did it. I didn't do it, and I'm not applauding her. But I don't think she should be vindicated or arrested or anything either, because that little girl is innocent.
Yeah, 14. It's not like it was some guy that she met off the street. They had been together for some years, and when she tried to stop him, he hit her,
Mm,
and
oh,
that's when
oh,
she went and got the knife from the kitchen.
oh, putting hands on? I mean, that's even worse.
Yep.
Oh, see, he was trying to get a rise, and he got a rise,
Yeah.
or not
Both.
ever again.
Both.
He won't get a rise again.
Nope.
Done.
That's a wrap.
That's not positive. But it's a positive thing that it turned out the way it did, because now the little girl is safe,
Right.
right? And now mom knows. Listen, if your children tells you that something, some hanky panky, something fishy is going on, you should listen to them and believe them.
Or even if they're acting strange.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because a lot of times kids don't want to make this announcement or talk or tell, because they don't think that they're either heard, or they think that the adult won't believe them.
Or the perpetrator has threatened them, or the people that they love.
Yeah. So that's a really horrible situation. Make sure you know who you're with, your spouse, your friends, and make sure you've checked them out enough and you're comfortable enough to have them in your home, because with your child, I mean, that was, you said they were together. It's like she flew away, she went away, and see, I don't think, man, that's tough. It'd be hard to leave, to go on vacation and leave my little girl home with. It's tough, because anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
That's
He just
tough.
went to work. That's the horrible thing. He just went to work.
Oh, she went to work.
Yeah, normal day, going to work.
Hmm. And she probably had a headache and came home early. Didn't call him, just went
No,
home.
she just went home.
Probably had like that female woman motherly instinct.
It was the Holy Spirit.
Mm. Wow, that's sad. Hopefully he's in prison now, and he'll get
He was in the hospital in critical condition.
good.
I wonder
I
why.
mean, yeah. It's good though. It's good. He just, consequences. If I decide to go on the road and I say, hey, I'm driving 95 on a 55, and the police pulls me over, am I going to be mad at the police? Because
Yes, but you shouldn't be, because you were wrong.
exactly, I have to face the consequences, right? So
Right.
he's facing his. That's it. That's all I can say. He's facing his. He did dirt, and
He got caught.
yeah, in a coffin. I'm glad he didn't die though. She could have killed him.
Yeah.
But then if she had killed him, then that would have been a whole
lot.
other story.
Now you see why I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
But these
It
are
turned
the
out
things.
because the girl was safe. So yes.
Yeah, this is a reality,
Yeah.
right? And sex trafficking is a huge thing here, especially in Atlanta. I mean, so much is going on. They just did a big sting the other day,
Yes.
and they found over 37 kids that were lost for years. They just found them. They were like nowhere to be found, and they just found them in a home, and they were being used for pleasures, for everything, for everyone. And so now these kids are free. Can you imagine the emotional damage that has been caused by that trauma?
Yeah, they're not the same.
They're not the same.
And that's what's sad, because children are innocent. They don't
Yeah.
deserve that.
And some may say maybe the child liked it or the child wanted it, but they're still children. And they can't make a decision such as that to say, yes, this is the lifestyle I want to live. They're not mature enough to be able to make that kind of decision. So if they get coaxed into saying, here, this is money, or this is whatever you want, a Louis bag, or whatever it is, a red bottom, whatever they wanted, and they took it in exchange, and that became their lifestyle, because they're not held at their own, not on their own benevolence, then that's just wrong. And those perpetrators do need to face a lot of nice consequences. And typically when you do something like that, when you're in jail, the individuals are already in jail always give them an extra
Yeah.
dose of their own
Because
medicine.
they don't like pedophiles.
No, they don't. And rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Rightfully so. No child should be subjected to that.
No, absolutely not.
No, I don't think so. God forbid. just think of your own kids, y'all.
I
Think
can't.
about the child that you love so much. Maybe you're an auntie, we want to protect our kids. A lot in the news, it's like everywhere you go, kids are being bombarded by just things that sometimes they don't even need to be exposed to. I was watching. All right, so Pastor Wendy had sent a a, a video, right? So I mean, this is a sticky situation. It's a sticky topic, but we're gonna see what you think about this. All right. So like gay pride is a huge thing now, and transgender and drag. So now there was a video that was being reviewed uh, by this man. You can find him on YouTube. And one of the things was that they had these young kids, elementary school age, okay, 5-year old, 6, 7, 8-year olds, and they had these kids meet with a drag queen, and you can see how uncomfortable these kids were initially when they saw this man dressed as a woman in makeup and hair and everything else. But it was the whole gist or the idea behind this was for the kids to start to feel comfortable with having the idea of a drag queen, with the idea of a drag queen. So they just and you could see naturally the kids were so tense, and then they started talking to him, and eventually they started just asking questions. They started feeling more comfortable. They started asking questions. Why do you do this? I can see your beard. There's certain things, and these little kids, they were so innocent, asking these innocent questions. And eventually they warmed up to him, and they said they felt comfortable at the end. But kids need to be susceptible to this? What do you think?
I think that there's a time and a place for kids to be exposed to certain things.
Yeah.
And I think, pre K, kindergarten, first grade is just a little bit too young for me. But that's just my
Opinion.
opinion.
That's what we're talking.
Nothing against anyone, um, or your lifestyle or anything like that. Absolutely not. I actually don't feel that way at all. But for children, I just think that's too young. I'm not quite sure why that it was a school.
Doesn't say if it was a school or
Yeah,
not.
so I'm not sure why the approach of the adults was to do that, or why the queen decided to participate in that. I have no idea. But for me, I think that's just too young. I do. I think that's too young. Let kids be kids. To me, that's the same as exposing your kids to curse words, or having your
Well,
kids watch horror movies at 5, or having your kids watch violent movies for that matter at
rated R movies, right?
yeah, or rated R movies as a toddler, or pre-K or kindergarten or first or second grade. I just don't think that they should be exposed to that.
But
Sure, kids are going to hear some curse words, like, maybe hell or something, and maybe a few other ones. Some parents feel that once their kids get a certain age, that they can hear them curse, but know not to say because you're not supposed to, or they let them say it because to them it's just a word, right? Fine, but I just don't. I think that's just too young. I want children to stay innocent as long as they can.
yeah, that
As
would be the
long
goal.
as they can.
Mhm.
Kids should be innocent for as long as they can be innocent. There's no need to expose them to adult things
Yeah,
prematurely.
prematurely, and it's confusing to them because
Yes. From what you explained, it sounded like they were confused.
they were literally like, "What's the purpose of this? Why are you doing this? How do you feel being dressing as a female?" I mean, I think that the kids exposing it to the kids, and then some of the kids were saying, asking, "Are there transgender kids?" And they're like, "Yeah," and it was really an invitation to an underhanded invitation to invite them to even the thought of wanting to be uh, engulfing or accepting of that lifestyle, you know. And it's, and now the kids are now curious, and his thing was, yeah, it's good to be curious, and that's why I'm here to answer your question, you know. So uh protect your children, protect your children, protect your children. They are innocent and they need your guidance, and if you tell them that something is right, you know, but you know, what are you taking your temperature check from anyway? And I know not everyone is Christian, so you know, that's it. Just
Yeah,
know
even
that.
if you're not, you know, I still believe in my head that there's people that are not Christian, that don't want to expose their children or children to that too soon. I just let children be children. And if your child is one that, shows what you think is a different lifestyle or is exploring or curious, then you still have to be compassionate and love your child. You're not going to condemn your child. It's your child. You're not going to condemn other children, but you still have to let them be children.
Yeah.
They're kids. Let them learn sight words and make
Yeah.
hand things out of clay
Clay.
that
Is it? Yeah.
your kindergarten teacher dries in the oven and you put your name in it and give it to your parents.
Yeah.
Let your kids make ashtrays. Let them make volcanoes. Let them play outside. Of
Ride
course,
a bike.
nowadays,
Go ride a, yeah.
yeah,
You can't even
nowadays
go outside and ride
you
a
have to
bike.
watch your kids ride a bike outside. What happened to the days when your kids could go outside and they just had to know that once the outside light came on, you had to be in the house.
Those days are gone.
Those days are gone.
Oh my
But
God.
sit outside with your kid and let them be children.
Mhm.
There's so much adult things in the world.
Mhm.
Children are children for a reason.
Yeah.
They're children. They're not adults. You don't need to expose them to adult things. It isn't necessary. They're gonna find their way.
Yeah, they're in school in class, and they should be focused on adding 5 plus 4 and trying to get, exponents and radicals, but they can't because they're so
Yeah.
confused and consumed by other things. They're literally parentified too, and you have
Yeah.
kids that, they're in school and they have to take care of their their other siblings, and
Yeah,
it's
they're
just, there's
adults.
so much that kids have been bombarded with,
Yeah.
and it's the fault, or the onus should be on the parents in
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
Let your kids be upset because they didn't get 100 on an exam.
Yeah.
Not because, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I think you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they know. All right, let's take a break. Let's
Break time.
listen to Ami. You're a champion. Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you don't feel like it.
Oh, na, 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na.
Dig inside for the greatness that's inside of you.
Sometimes
Pray to God.
life rough when you want give
He'll
up
help
and
you
nothing
through it.
once. When you feel like you just had enough fun, you can't go back. Go back. When you smile through the pain in your life, but you really walk back. Walk back. When the burden's too much and you feel like give up, boy. Life how we journey, sometimes easy, sometimes hard. I feel fight with your might and strength, but don't forget your heart too. In your heart you are a lion. In your heart you are a lion, yeah. So you feel shine your light and win your fight like a champion and say after me. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Little but I see a little but yeah, yeah. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. And never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Little but I see a little but yeah, yeah. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Resilient at heart and strong and I spirit I time for me big up my people. From your trust in a God and fight in a life if you win, cause you win, I go leave ya. In your heart, you are a lion, yeah. In your heart, you are a lion, yeah. So you can shine your light and win your fight like a champion and say after me. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Nickel but chalawa. I see a nickel but chalawa, yeah, yeah. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Oh, 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 oh,
Yes, yes, yes. Never give up in life because you know you're a champion. No, give up. I mean, there's so many things that you probably have on your bucket list that you're like, this is something that I wanted to do from I was young, or as I got older, I wanted to finish school. I wanted to go horseback riding. I wanted to make the Guinness World Book of Records. Whatever it is that you knew you wanted to do, go bungee driving, travel the world, do it. Get a passport and work at it, and don't give up, if you're having a hard time, even in life, and you can't have, like it's like you're working 2 3 jobs, but you still can't pay all the bills. Don't give up. Continue, keep working, keep praying, and be honest with yours. Don't go out there and sell, because I mean, you do, that's on you, but there are consequences to everything. So do not give up. If you have to get your assistance from the government, whatever it is you do, do it. And don't give up and be strong, especially if you have kids. Your kids are watching, your kids are seeing, your kids are listening to you. Okay? I have kids that were, on my job, and when we talk about college or a high level learning, most of them, some, not all, most, will say, well, it doesn't matter. We don't have to go to school. We don't have to go to college. I really don't even like being in the sixth or seventh, eighth grade, you know, because their parents, are mostly immigrant parents, and they couldn't afford education from where they were, from whatever country, Mexico, whatever country they're from. And education is embraced, but they can't afford it, so it's just whatever. So they come here to the States, they'll have their child or they'll bring their kids here and they'll just work. And that's the mentality that the kids now take on. Like, school's not that important. So kids are fighting, hearing at home, do your chores, clean the house. And when they go to school, they're hearing, do your homework when you get home, right? So the kids are always consistently bombarded with mixed messages sometimes, but don't give up. Do not give up. What you got to say about giving up?
Yeah, same. Don't give up on your dreams, even as an adult. Sometimes, you just go through life and you have a lot of things, other things that happen, but doesn't mean that you have to give up on your dreams. Dreams are usually those dreams, those goals are usually something that God has put into your heart,
Yeah.
something that He should thinks you should be doing. So don't give up on it. Just because it might seem like it's dead, doesn't mean that it is. It's just something that might be on the back burner a little bit
A little
until
dormant, right?
something, yeah, a little dormant up until something allows you to do it. You may have forgotten it, but God has not forgiven it, has not forgotten it because He gave it to you. So don't give up. Keep trying. And for those of us that, where things are just kind of hard and we're like, oh, I'm trying to pay this bill, I'm trying to get this and I'm not going anywhere, don't give up. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's like what Osiris said, consistently being consistent. Be consistent with what you're doing. Be consistent to be better. Be consistent to get out of debt. Be consistent to buy your first house. Be consistent to travel the world. Be consistent to realize your dreams. Be consistent. Keep going, keep trying, keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's important. That's good. That's good. So, wanted to let you know and remind those that heard it last week. So, Dr. Karen Stevenson, she's now a part of us here on YouTube's radio with Positive Forces, and she's a licensed psychiatrist. And she was on last week. So, if you and she talked about self care. So, if you wanted to get some insight about self care and how it is that you can help yourself develop good habits and good diet, go back and watch the show from last week and listen to Dr. Karen Stevenson as she just so eloquently gave us so many tips, and she was just awesome. Go back and watch it. I'm not saying anymore, just go back and watch the clip. All right, so we have to announce that, and of course, we're gonna have a new. So we have a psychologist, so we have a psychiatrist, and then we have a therapist that's gonna be coming on. So of course, we've been talking about Ryzen, and Ryzen is gonna be joining us here on the Positive Forces show as well. And you will see him pretty soon, sometime next month we'll start. And he too is going to be expounding on the things that he desires, that he thinks that will help anybody. Self-care, how to raise your children, whatever it is. If you have some topics and you would like for him to talk about, go ahead. We'll give you the opportunity to do that. You can just throw it in the chat. And but we're excited that we're growing, and we have some phenomenal. I mean, Yoli's corner. I really appreciate this show, and you choose radio, and man, DJ VJ Smiles, and of course Ross Dugo. You know, people are people are getting quality information from professionals. We have Pastor Wendy, she's on as well, and she always gives you information from the spin of from a pastoral view or a Christian-based view. All right, so we'll be having new flyers, and then we'll start having some merch. Definitely got to work on the merch now, as we're growing. So if you want to advertise with us as well, you have your business, whatever it is that you would like, if you wanted to even come on the show because you want to tell the world about the great things that you're doing, just give us a call at 404-916-5138, and we can schedule you, and we can have you come on the show and tell us about your business, and let the world know the great things that you're doing. All right? Yeah. Dr. Miles Monroe, may he rest in peace. That one of the things he said was the most wealthiest place on earth is the cemetery, because the cemetery is filled with people that have passed away with so much goals and interests and so much businesses and things that they could have done. It was a wealth of that it was just never tapped into. All right, so make sure that you make your mark here on this world, and so that when it's time for you to go, because we all have an appointed time, you will be known to say, yes, you have made an impact in this world. All right, so if you bake and you're thinking about opening up a bakery, go ahead and do that. Whatever it is, go ahead and do that, and try your best to develop who you are and what it is that you have that the world needs, that God has placed inside of you. All right? All right, all right, all right, all right. Man.
Shine your light and win your fight like a champion and say after me. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Little but I know. I say a little but I know.
You choose radio.
Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. Never give up in a life from you know you are a champion. I never give up in a life, but you know you are a champion. Little but I feel little but yeah, yeah. Never give up in a life, but you know you are a champion.
gonna jump into a relationship stuff. All right, we're gonna talk about relationships. All right.
Can you guys tell that I like this part?
We have some deep relationship questions that couples are supposed to ask each other
Oh
before
no.
they get into what they want to get into, right?
The shit.
All right, so now we're going to talk, and you let me know what you think. Do you think this is a
Are you asking me?
question? Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
talk about it. Do you think this is a question? Nah, you're not gonna answer the question. You just gonna let me know. Let's see how this goes. All right. Let me know if you think this is a good question to ask.
Yes.
Because when you're courting and you're dating or getting to know somebody, you want to make sure that it's worth your while. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's
Yes.
go.
Yola. Let's see who's gonna answer.
Oh my God. So don't forget there's three of her, y'all. There's three of her. And oh God. Okay. All right. So these questions are gonna tell others more about your personality.
Uh-oh.
All right, rather than the answers you receive from the person you're asking. So
Okay.
let's go. If your this is a tricky one.
Uh-oh.
They're all tricky. If your life depended on it, how much could you give up for me?
What?
If your life depended on it, how much could you give up for me?
Okay, and this
So
is
now this is not. So this has to be an established relationship.
yes,
All right.
please.
Or a relationship that you're like saying, okay, we're getting serious now. Do you think that's a fair question to ask somebody?
No.
No?
No, I don't. That's too much pressure. It's too much pressure.
What if they say, because I mean, you know, yeah, you want to be safe, but you want to know that that person loves you and will die for you.
Just say I love you. Okay? Let's not go to the dying part. What you gonna give up for me? No.
No?
Uh-uh. I don't like it. Sorry.
Okay. If I was never a part of your life, would you still have success?
I find these are quite manipulative. And I'm not feeling them. That's Yola. They're quite manipulative. Okay?
All right.
Moving right along.
All right. If you were a billionaire
Oh boy.
and I was a pauper,
Uh-huh.
would you still love me?
Oh gosh. Manipulative.
Still. Not tricky?
Tricky.
No, not so you just think that these are like unfair questions
Yeah,
to
these
ask
are
somebody.
unfair questions.
But it's okay, that's a good one though.
They
That's
should
the
be
last one.
no. Let's do some more of the love action. Okay? Not the financials and money and stuff like that. Kind of messes up, relationships. So I'm a billionaire and I'm gonna ask you, well, I'm poor and you're a billionaire, so I'm gonna ask you, you still love me? It just seems so manipulative and desperate. Like,
Desperate, okay.
oh, you still love me? I'm poor and you're rich. Oh, come on now.
All right.
No,
No, that's not a good
No.
question, or no, I won't
Good
love you.
question.
You gotta be clear. We
Right.
need clarity
Let
here,
me
guys.
clarify.
All right, okay. How
It's
about
not a
this
good
one?
question.
Hey, listen, if y'all have an answer, y'all can give us a call too.
Yeah, let
404
me have it. What's up?
404 916 5138. All right. All right, here we go. Would you rather lose something? No, would you rather lose everything but never see me again, or never live without me but lose everything?
What?
Is that a no?
I can't even answer that one. No, you know what my response to that is? You're a child.
You're a child.
You're a child.
But people do put people
These crazy,
into these situations.
right? These
They
crazy,
do.
manipulative, desperate.
Narcissistic. Again.
Yes, you're a child. Good afternoon, Mr. Richard Donegal.
Hello,
Good
Mr.
evening
Richard.
to you too, sir.
Good evening.
Listen to these questions. I find them to be quite manipulative, desperate, and you're a child.
Okay, Mr. Richard, what do you think about that question? What if your girl, your woman, the person in your life says, Would you rather lose everything but never see me again, or never live without me but lose everything? Think about that. All right. All right, all right. If I had all my doubts and fears stripped away, what would they be? That's a good question. If you had all your doubts and your fears stripped away, what would they be? So that's a good question, right?
If I had all my doubts, I'm single.
Richard, come on. Let's just say hypothetically, you have a person in your life.
I don't do hypotheticals.
Not like those.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that answers that. Thanks, Richard.
You asked him.
You elaborated so well,
I
Richard.
don't do hypotheticals. Wait, let's go back to that one again.
All right. If I had all my doubts and fears stripped away, what would they be? Or if you had all your doubts and fears stripped away, what would they be? Is that an intrusive question?
Okay, now I understand the question. So I'm like, what? I just cannot wrap my head around this question to save my life.
If you had
So
all your doubts and
basically,
fears stripped
right.
away.
Now you want me to tell you what my doubts and fears are?
He said it was a good question. Hey, Richard.
Now you want me to tell you what my doubts and fears are?
Yeah.
What does this aid us in our relationship so that you know my insecurities?
Yeah, vulnerability, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess.
Do
in a
you want to be
relationship,
vulnerable?
You should be. Actually, in a relationship, you should be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. When is it a good time though to express all of these doubts and fears? Because what if it doesn't even work out and
You have
just
to
make
be
sure
deep,
you know,
deep inside by Barbara Tucker. Deep, deep inside the relationship. You got to be deep in a
You gotta be deep,
relationship
deep.
to ask a question like that.
Deep.
Yep, deep inside. Deep. Yep. Yes. I'm not
Okay.
gonna tell you what my are.
So you wouldn't share your doubts and fears.
If I was deep in a relationship and it was something that that's kind of truth seeking, I guess, topic discussion, then yeah, sure, yeah.
I think it's good.
Because I mean, I guess that would be a good way to what each other's are. Probably ask both people to answer that question and be honest and just talk about where it comes from. It's kind of like a
Therapy. It's therapy.
yeah, it's like therapy within your relationship.
Yeah.
Trying to see, working on that baggage that I keep talking about that should be gone before you even get into a relationship. That stuff. Yeah. So some of us do enter these things called ships with baggage. And so if you're really deep into it, that would be a good question so that you can see where you are, see the things that you may or may not be doing that could be causing you problems in relationships. Kind of feel like it's a question where you would be having problems, and that's the question that you ask. Almost like a therapy relationship question, like you said.
It could be. Or it could be, hey, listen, we're getting to know each other on a deeper level. And I really want to know what's going on deep down inside of you. Now, you have this fear of whatever, what happened? Like, where did that come from? And, sometimes individuals go into these ships and you see behaviors and you're just like, what's that? Right? And you don't know. And if you don't ask these questions, you'll never know. And then the person just gets emotional and starts to cry. And you're just like, why are you crying?
Or
right?
scream or shout.
Scream or shout, hit, become physically violent.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know the root cause of this.
Right.
Not that I have to know the root cause, but it would be good to know where the person is coming from.
Mr. Donegal asks, ladies, are you in a relationship?
With God.
Amen.
That's your answer too?
Yes, sir.
With God.
Yes.
All right.
Amen.
All right. Okay, so let's see. Here's the other one. Is there anything in your past that would break us apart if I ever learned about you? Is there anything in your past that would break us apart if I ever learned about you?
My Frenchie bestie is on the air.
Hey, bestie.
Hello to you, Kimmy.
Kim. Hey, sis. How are you, Doodoo?
Bestie Frenchie.
¿Cómo ça va? All right. So is that a fair thing though? Like then you have to say yes or no. So you have to be super transparent. And certain things I don't think you need to. I don't. Now, if we're talking about something that you've done when you were younger and you've served time for it, okay, I think that's important for you to share. You've served time. You've had police contact. Whatever those things are important. Uh,
Love you too, Kimmy.
love you, dear. Right. So
Yes,
then
we are also good.
yes. Oh, you know what that means?
A little bit.
Ça va bien et toi?
Mhm.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. We are good. Thank you. So those things need to be shared. Um, if you were abused as a child, is that something you want to share?
I think it's something you should share. I don't think that that should be a deal breaker because the question was, what, paraphrasing, what is there something in your past that would cause us to break up,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that yes, yes, it means you're fine
Fine.
and
Yes.
you, yes,
Mhm.
yes, we're good too. And yes, you're fine, thank you. Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Yes, so I don't. I think that that's something that you should disclose.
Mhm.
I don't think that it should be a deal breaker. I'm
Right.
sure for some people it is a deal breaker,
Mm.
but it shouldn't be because it's something that is traumatic,
Yeah.
and it could be the reason why the person you're with might act the way that they do.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mentally, emotionally, or physically.
Yeah. 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 And they typically you will see it. You will see it if they were molested as a child, like that young lady that we talked about that was molested by her mom's friend partner, right? I mean, that's going to develop. That could be developed into so many different things. She can become extremely promiscuous now, or she could draw away, pull back, and say, "I hate men altogether."
Yes.
You know, so and those are two extremes, and without getting proper therapy help, God in her life, she's going to be scarred for life. You know, and that those moments are always going to jump back in the forefront of her mind. So I think that it should be shared. I do. I really do think it should be shared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm. It should be shared, and that person should be in a place to receive it well and
Yes.
be able to say, "I understand. Okay, now I see why you respond like this in this situation, and now we know how to move forward," and not be a tool to say, "Well, now I know this about you. I'm out. I can't deal with it." And then that's fair though, to give that person the opportunity to say they can deal with it or not, because some people can't deal with situations like that, especially if it's traumatic and you wake up in the night screaming or something. And we should give others the opportunity to decide if they want to be with us or not. Yeah. And if they don't want to be with you, deuces. And if they want to stay and you work it through as a couple and live life together, then that's beautiful. That's what I think. Any thoughts? You choose radio. YouTooseradio.com. This is the Positive Forces Show with Kimone Hall and
Yoli. Yola.
Lewis.
Yes.
All of them at the one at one.
Lewis.
All right, here's
Last
another
name's
one.
the same.
It doesn't change.
No.
Okay, let's be clear on that.
Yes.
All right. What is it that you never want to change? What is it that you never want to change? That's a fair question.
Yeah, that's a fair question, and I don't think that there's anything that you should really not want to change
Because
because
change is
change is
inevitable,
inevitable.
right?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, we change.
if
You
you
have to
grow, you
change. It's
change.
part of growth. You grow, you change.
Hmm.
You think differently. You act differently. So, yeah.
Yeah. Never want to change. Because even if you're in love, you want that love to increase, grow. You if you have a small flame, you want it to, get on, catch on fire. If you have a spark, you want it to catch on fire. So you should always want growth in your and change. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay. When I'm not around, who are you thinking about?
Mm-mm. No, that is shenanigans, manipulations. Listen to me, people. Shenanigans, manipulations. Don't fall for
Who
it.
do you
That's
think
not a good
about when I'm
question.
not around? Huh? Huh?
Huh? Yeah, no. You're a child.
You're a child. Is that what you would tell him?
Yes.
You're acting like a child.
Yes.
Oh my
I would
god.
say just like that. You're a child.
But we're in this relationship with this child.
Yes, that's terrible.
Then what are you gonna say then?
Grow up.
Grow
Grow
up.
up.
Okay. And then you're gonna say, why am I in this? Right? All right.
Well, first I'd say grow up, and then, if it continues, then I'm gonna say, what am I doing?
What have I done, Lord? Oh my God. Who are you thinking about? That's so.
I was thinking about you.
When I'm not around
I'm
you.
still thinking about you. You don't know that? Come on now, you're a child.
Wow. That's something is wrong.
Right.
That's a mental. That's a self-esteem issue.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. When you have low self-esteem, or somebody has probably done something in the past, so now you're just like super high alert on everybody that you meet
Yeah.
because they're gonna dish you dirt like that last person did. And it's important to not, to get you. It's important to get your mind healthy and get right before the next relationship because you don't want to bring that baggage into the next one.
You see why I keep talking about baggage, guys? That's exactly why.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
No
Do not
luggage.
be a bag lady.
I don't
Or
care.
man.
Oh man, I don't care the brand of the luggage that you have. It could be Louis Vuitton. Get rid of it.
Could be Coach.
It could be Coach.
Could be from Target.
No bags, okay? And ladies, men, if you notice this, I highlight it. Say something. Hey, what was going on here? And that could be a cry for somebody saying that they need to talk. Love to talk, ladies. Hey, Roy, how are you, sir? Roy Stevens Jr. Welcome to the show. They could be crying out. They could be saying, "Hey, I need attention."
Yeah, it could be a cry for attention.
But then you have to deal with that emotional baggage.
Yeah, that needs to be talked about.
Man, it's hard because when this okay, so you're in this relationship deep, and then now you start to see all these things. Do you leave or do you try to help this person out?
Well, I mean, if you're deep in a relationship, then you're all wrapped up in it in love, right? So you're gonna try to
Help
figure out
figure
help.
it out
But
together.
the thing is that that person you're with has to also be able to communicate with you and be honest about what they're feeling and where it comes from and actually do the work.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And you can see these signs initially at the beginning of your relationships, though. You always see a sign, and then it always evolves into something more eventually when you do see that sign. So when you see these flags, whether it be pink or red, we talk about the pink flags.
Yes.
Whether you see these pink flags or not, I mean, you will see them. You decide, hey, is this something that I can manage? This is something that I think is going on that, should I delve in? And then that person has to feel super confident and comfortable to tell you what they're good. So it's a lot. Like relationships are tough and it takes work. So you just have to decide, is that the person you want to work with for the rest of your life? All right. Here's another question.
Mm-hmm.
Is our relationship a competition for your attention with everything else in your life?
Crickets.
Is our relationship a competition for your attention with everything else in your life?
Okay, so guys, we know that your relationship shouldn't be a competition. You shouldn't be competing with yourself, which some people do, but you also should not be in a relationship where it's competing with other things that are in your life.
Yeah.
Relationship is supposed to be the place that's like your safe haven.
Yeah.
The place you go to where everything else is beating you up, and you got this place that you can go, be in a relationship, talk to a person, have fun with the person, grow with the
Let
person,
your hair down.
love a person, be
Yeah.
yourself with that person,
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest with that person, be transparent. So that to me is just a crazy question. I mean, these questions to me, it seems like there's trouble in paradise.
Trouble in that person's
There's
head.
a lot of trouble.
It doesn't have to even be the relationship. It be the person has these issues that they're going through. And it's obvious that they have trust issues. It's
Yeah.
obvious they have self-esteem issues to be
Yeah.
asking questions like these.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, you ask the question, then it's up to you to, up to that person to say, am I going to answer this or not? And then you can set the precedent from the beginning. The things that you allow, the conversations you allow from day one, they're going to continue as you go. So if you can set the temperature and say, these things I don't want to go, we don't need to talk about it, that's your past, and you set that tone.
A part of me feels that if you're deep in a relationship, you shouldn't even be asking these questions.
Mm.
If you're asking these questions, then that's a super red flag.
Mm. Not pink, huh?
No, there's no pink at all.
No
You
pink.
didn't accidentally wash a white shirt
With a red
or
shirt.
a white handkerchief with a red flag and then put a pink handkerchief. No.
Mm.
Okay? That did not happen. It's just red.
If we were together, do you think that one day we would be arguing as we do right now?
Wait. If we were together,
If we were together, do you think
you
that
think
one day
one day
we would be arguing as
arguing
much
as
we
much
do
as
right
we
now?
do right now?
Yeah.
If we were together,
Yeah.
so okay, so
They're not together,
so you're not
but
together,
they're still arguing a
and
lot.
you're arguing. Why are you there?
Yeah. Yeah. Get out.
Right?
Yeah. Fast. FAST.
Faster.
Immediately. Go. Don't say go where. Find somewhere. Prepare yourself to go somewhere else and leave.
Any
Because
thoughts, anybody?
if you are arguing now, you're gonna be arguing later.
Yeah,
A whole lot.
Yeah, if you're arguing now, you're just gonna be arguing more, right?
Yeah. It'll increase. What do you like best about me? Is that a good question?
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay.
I mean, I think that you should know by then.
Mm.
But these questions just kind of make me wonder, where is the relationship?
They're just tricky. They're just tricky
They're kind of
questions.
tricky. They're tricky questions. So what do you like about me? It seems like a kind of beginning question.
Or what do you like least about me?
Oh wow. Yeah, those are serious.
Yeah. But are they good questions to ask?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. Yeah,
And
because
I
you
guess
want to
what
know.
you like least about me can promote change.
Hmm. Or you could say, well, forget you. This is me and I'm out.
Yeah, that could happen too. That could be the response.
But is that a good response?
No.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. Especially if you've heard it somewhere else before. It's like someone else told you that. Woo-wee. It's not good.
Not good.
Okay.
That should tell you something.
Yeah. What would happen if you didn't ever see me again?
Oh goodness gracious, you're looking to get hurt. Please don't ask that.
I'll be
question.
happy. What's
Right?
wrong with you?
What's
What do you
wrong
want to
with
hear?
you? Yeah, no. Don't ask that question. Don't ask that question.
Oh my
That
God.
is a cry of desperation, and we are not desperate. We're not going to ask that question, right, Kimmy Kim?
That's right. We will not ask those questions.
That's a hard no.
I do like the one about what you like most about me, though.
Yeah,
Especially if
that one- I
somebody's
like
like
that
trying
one.
to engage in conversation with you. You're like, okay, I like you. You keep hearing it, like, okay, what do you like?
Right.
That's a fair question.
That could be. That's a fair question. I think if asked right, because it can also be a desperation question. A stalker.
What do you like
desperation-
about me? Oh my
Right.
God, I need to
A
know.
stalker desperation question. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-mm.
All right. How about friendships? Let's talk about friendships.
Okay.
Can we talk about friendships? Do you like friendships?
I love them.
Friendships are good. Friendships are good.
Yes.
So they're
I think relationships, serious relationships, to start with friendship. I
yeah.
think so because if we have a fight, I want to be able to like you still
Yeah.
after the fight.
Yeah, because it's easy to love.
So
You have to love, right?
yeah,
But
of
it's not.
course you
You
do.
can't.
But
You can't like everybody.
yeah, you should like that person too. Like who the person is, what they stand for, how they treat others, how they treat themselves, how they
Mhm.
treat you. Is a
Mhm.
person a good friend?
Mhm. Yeah. All right. I think I want to do something else. Okay. Okay. So we looked at some of those tricky questions.
Hmm.
Are you? Here's this question that's probably not so tricky.
Hmm.
Are you a starter or a finisher? Like these are questions now, probably more better questions to ask when you're when you're getting to a relationship or when you're in a relationship. Are you a starter or a finisher?
It's a good question.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good
yeah.
one.
Then you can see if you both are going to be butting heads, or if one of you is a follower,
Mm.
or if one of you is a leader,
Hmm.
or if which one of you is going to finish the fight.
Which one will start the fight?
Right.
Hey, if you start it, hey, I'm gonna finish it.
Uh oh.
Just saying. What do you value most? Free time, recognition, or money?
That's a good question. I kind of feel like it's almost like a love language question.
Yeah.
So you guys, you
Yeah.
can
Five
see
love
like,
languages,
right,
guys?
yeah, it's like a love language question. Like, where are you? Are we on the same? Do we both
Mm-hmm.
value the same things in the
Mm-hmm.
same order?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Free time, that's quality time. When you're talking
Hmm.
about love languages, recognition, positive affirmation,
Yes.
money. What would money fall under?
Hmm. Good question. Uh,
Greed. We just add that one.
okay. The sixth one is greed. From Kimmy Kim, not Gary Chapman, but yes.
But some people value money more even than the free time. So when they get their free time, they're like, "Hey, I gotta work,
Yes.
right? Because I need to get money." And they might have enough in their savings, but they just want to always accumulate money,
More
or just
money.
be out of your presence and be somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
That could be it too.
That took a turn.
All right. Are you useful in a crisis? That's not a nice question.
That's not
Are
nice.
you useful in a crisis? What can
Right.
you do?
What can you
Do
do?
you
Are
know
you gonna
CPR?
panic?
Do you know
Are you
CPR?
just gonna, panic? You gonna help me? Can you do the Heimlich? Did I say that right?
Can you change a tire?
Right.
Yeah, the Heimlich. Yeah. All right.
I don't
Let's
like
see.
that one.
No, I know. Can you tell when someone is lying or telling the truth? How is that a relationship question?
I don't know. How is that a ship question at all?
Maybe they're like concerned, like if I'm gonna lie to you, will you know?
Right. Right? That's a red flag. Are you good at deciphering if I'm if a liar? Because I'm gonna lie.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Oh, hi, bestie.
Hey,
Welcome to the Positive
Erica.
Forces show. Erica says money doesn't mean greed. It can also mean you want money because you love to give or help others. Thank you. So,
Yeah,
as you
true,
can
true,
see,
true, true.
Erica has read Gary Chapman's books.
So which one does it fall
And
under?
so it falls under give.
Give.
You like to give. So
Giving.
you work hard to get money because
Gift
you are a giver and
giving.
you like to give. You like to, I forgot what that one's called,
But that's
it's
the
basically giving.
but
one
that's
of
the positive
languages.
spin on it though.
I like
So
positive.
she just put a positive
This
spin on
is the
it.
Positive Forces
Thank you,
show.
Erica.
Thank you, bestie.
Yes, yes. Delroy Nephew Daily, how you doing? Good afternoon, sir. What's up, Deli? All right. Okay, Erica. Miss Positivity, it's ITY. We have a slot for you too.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes, she is a member of the Positive Forces show.
I mean, we need to make it formal. All right, here we go. Would you be willing to wait for me if I needed some more time before making a decision about us?
Huh. Interesting.
Hmm.
That's good to know.
Is that a good question? Put it in the chat. Yes, no, maybe so. Would you be willing to wait for me if I needed more time before making a decision about us? Now, the first question is going to be how much time do you need?
Right.
And if you need time, why do you need time? Is there somebody that you are with right now that you probably need to get rid of? Or
Well, that's
that could be one option.
it
That could
could
be
be,
one
but it could be,
hindrance.
yeah, it could be, but it could just be that you might have a time limit. I'm sure some
Okay.
people have time limits.
You said same
Yeah, it
thing.
depends on
How
how
much
much time
time
and
and why? You
why.
need to know the
Yeah.
why, the
Some
why,
people, yeah,
the root cause.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Why do you need more time? You should love me now.
No.
See? I love you. You need to love me back immediately.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you need time. I think that people need time,
Mhm.
and but you should have a time limit,
Yeah.
right? So like, why do you need more time? How much time do you need? Those are good questions, and that's a good question
Yeah. Good.
because it might be that um, the person that's asking the question
Mm-hmm.
might just need a month, but you
Why a
might be
month?
like Kimmy Kim and say like, "Love me now."
Immediately.
Immediately, which
Pronto.
might not work for that person. Maybe that person's been hurt before. Maybe that person needs more time. Maybe that person, is in the kind of mind space where if I'm going to be in a relationship with you, it's for keeps.
Forever.
And therefore, I need to be sure because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into something for it not to work.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
So
let's just continue to be friends and let's see how it develops. That's a good thing. No?
it needs a time frame.
Needs a time frame. So if
Unless both of you are like,
what
yeah,
if
we could be friends forever.
no,
We could be
no.
friends.
But what if it's let's just continue with where we are and then see if it develops. I don't want to push right now, and then it's going to be like a why, and then you'll hear something like, which you probably never want to hear. Well, I'm not going to wait around for you forever.
I really think that if you're going to be dating, it should be with intention. If you're going to be courting, it should be with intention.
Mm-hmm.
If yeah, that's all I can say about that. It should be with intention.
Man.
You might just be there sitting there forever,
Yeah.
waiting for the person to decide
Make
if
a
they really want
decision.
to be with you or not.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they may have already made up their mind that they really are not that serious about you.
Mhm.
They just don't know how to tell you.
Yeah, true. Or don't want to hurt your feelings.
Coward. Don't want to hurt your feelings.
Coward. Oh my, child.
That too. Don't want to hurt your feelings.
You're
And
a
I think
child.
sometimes people that are doing the hurting think that the person that's doing the receiving of the hurting is not going to be able to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a chance that that person can handle it,
Mhm.
or that person can't. And yes, they're going to cry, but guess what? They'll be better off because you let them go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. My sister is on. Hey, Monica.
Monica.
Woo.
Ooh, we need to get your theme song
Hey,
together by
Monica.
Monica.
I need to give you a
Hey,
call.
sis.
She said,
Monica, go ahead.
what she said? She said it's better to make sure before you rush in. Oh Lord, yes.
Yeah, Monica and I are on the same page, man. And
Booyah.
Erica said, yes, date with intention to marry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Date with intention. If you're going to do that, then you should have intentions and they should be clear.
Yeah, yeah, you should be clear because some people want to just date just to date. They don't want to have anything serious.
Yeah, well, I think if you're just going to date, then don't do any
Serious
serious relationship things.
Yeah. Oh well, you
Don't
know
do
how
that.
that goes.
Right.
They'll-
Just
yeah.
go out bowling, miniature golf, movies, have fun, and that's it. Or
Yeah.
if you can't handle that because you think that's going to make you have feelings, then don't do that.
Then don't do it. Somebody's gonna catch feelings like
Oh,
fire.
yeah.
Aha. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you, Monica.
You are beautiful too. Thank you, dear.
Yes.
Yes, you are. All right. How long do you think we could last living together day to day before one of us gets tired of dealing with each other and it was no longer worth it or working anymore?
Yeah, that's not a good question. Especially if you're trying to date with intention. No, that's not a good question.
Man,
That's not a good question. That's not a good
could
question.
that even be
for
a
me.
fun question?
No, it's not fun. It's not a joke. That's not a good question.
Not a good question.
I don't think so. What do you
Period.
think?
Period.
Yeah, period, full
Period.
stop.
How long? I think this is a person that if you get a question like this from someone, there's something underlining happening in that person's mind, head, experiences that they've had before, and they're in fear. I think they're fearful of
Commitment. Cut out.
commitment. Yeah. Wow. Cut out. For real though.
Yeah, seriously.
I feel yeah, yeah. I think it's whew. Oh Jesus. These questions were something else.
Yes, they were so difficult to navigate.
One more.
Okay.
Hmm. Here's a nice question to ask somebody.
Oh,
What's
yay.
the best piece of advice you've received
About what?
about life? That's a getting to know each other question.
Yeah, that's a nice question.
I don't like how she said that. Do y'all like how she said that? She said that with like, well, I mean, you could have asked something else. You looking for advice? What do you want advice on? What's wrong with you? All
What's the
right.
best advice you ever received in life?
Mm.
The follow-up question is about what?
Yeah.
About relationships?
Wow.
About what to eat at the restaurant we're at right now?
How to pick a restaurant?
How to
Like,
pick a restaurant?
how to pick a person that has good questions?
How to have your own business? What? No, I'm kidding.
Are you living your life purpose? Are you living your life purpose or are you still searching? Woo. I think that's a good one. But I would have probably rephrased it,
Yeah.
right? Because you want to know if that person, and we've talked about that before.
Yes, we have.
If someone is say, okay, they're ready to date seriously, they want to get into a marriage, and they're still trying to figure out their own life. How is it that you can submit to somebody that's still trying to figure out their own life when you kind of got yours, say you got yours together, and they have not? So now it's I gotta help you figure it out. Gotta help you with that process.
No.
Now, if you're both in that situation, then fine. But it's hard for when one is established, especially if she's a female, and the other is not, and then it just puts that person in a situation. But if you love that person, and if you've had a good long standing friendship forever, for a long time, you would want to stand by that person, maybe as friends.
Guys, men that are
Men.
listening,
Yes.
honest. How do you feel about that?
Hmm.
Like, would you prefer if your woman or the woman that you were dating with intention or just getting to know her, would you prefer if you were already established, if she is established herself? And ladies, you jump in too. I mean, what do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, what do you prefer? You want to be with somebody that is already established and you are established too, whatever that means for you?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to be, from the woman's perspective, someone that's helping the guy get established?
Figure it
And
out.
from the guy, do you really want that help from a woman? Do you think that that makes her a ride or die chick? Or do you think that that would, enable you in any way?
Mm. Hey, some men would
Tricky.
say, no, I want to get myself together first,
Yes.
and then I should be able to help
Exactly
my
my
lady
point.
or my person, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then some would say, hey, if she's going to help me, I'll take the help. Or if he's going to help me, I'll take the help. And some men say that they don't care what a woman has, as long as they can provide for that woman. They'll help her through school, they'll help her through her career, they'll help her to decide what business she wants to open up. And traditionally, that's how it is. What does Erica say?
Oh, Erica said, I need established. I'm 50 and don't want to be with someone that hasn't gotten themselves together. Amen, amen, amen.
Yes, yes, Erica, yes. But then some men will look at that and say you are your expectation level is too high. Almost
Exactly,
50.
Erica. Almost
Almost
50.
50.
You're not
Yeah.
50 yet.
Don't rush it. Right? Yeah. Some men wouldn't agree with that. They're like that's kind of selfish.
Um, if a guy thinks that
They
that's
have
kind of
potential.
selfish, then they think, then that's what you think. But I think that I think this should be for everybody. Once you reach a certain age, there's certain things that you want to do, and you need to be with somebody that is this at the same place, established at the same place as you are. It sounds cruel. It may sound harsh, but once you reach a certain age, I think you've already done all of that. If that's what you've done. Now, if you're starting all over for whatever reason, then, you're starting all over for whatever reason. But if you're somebody that's already established, thinks you got yourself together, you want to be with somebody that is that way too, more power to you. I don't have a problem with that. I think that's good. I think because I feel like there's so much other things around you when you're in relationship with somebody that can go wrong or that can hurt you, that you just need to try to eliminate as many things that could break you up.
Yeah.
And we all know that sometimes the financial or not being established is something that can rear its ugly head in a relationship. So why not just get rid of it?
From
Why
the
not just
beginning,
from the
yeah.
beginning just
Don't even get
eliminate
involved,
that?
yeah.
And don't ever think, if that's how you feel, don't ever let somebody tell you that, oh, well, that's what some guys say, that is you being selfish.
You being selfish.
Yeah, I have potential. That's why you don't have somebody, because you're not giving a brother a chance.
Yeah. Your expectations are too
Your
high.
expectations are too high. No,
No.
for that, 10 guys that feel that way, there are 15, maybe 20 that don't feel that way.
Right.
Let's make it even. There are 10 other guys that you may meet that don't feel that way.
Yeah.
So
Brush it off. Tell them no. Tell them thank you.
thank you.
Be nice.
Yeah,
but,
don't be a pig about it.
Get yourself together first so
Yeah.
that we can establish something good. It's a union, right? And yeah, get it together. And make sure that's what you even want to do. What did Monica say?
Monica says, yes, we should have high expectations. If he is 50 and he is still establishing, not for me.
Not for
Amen,
her.
amen, amen.
Amen. All right. Naveen Bamekanti. All right. Thank you. Those are some of her questions. We got them from her. So just want to make sure that we give her the props that she deserves.
Cool. That was nice. Those were good.
Yeah. So let's see. Final thoughts.
I am still in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be thankful, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Be thankful for the little blessings that we receive every day. Remember to, go through your day and see how you were blessed. And then say thank you. Thank God for them. And remember to have a kind heart, be compassionate, be loving to one another, and have a fierce mind. Have your mind on tight, because there are people out there that may try to get you, and there's a spiritual warfare that sometimes we go through that's trying to get you. So make sure that your mind is fierce, your heart is kind, and remember to be thankful. That's my final thought.
All right. That's good. That's good. It has come to an end. All good things must end, right? All right. So just want to say thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining us today on the Positive Forces Show on You Choose Radio. Please like and share this broadcast and let somebody know that, you are thinking about them. Always make sure, fly guy, all right? Always make sure that you are the best you, okay? The best you that you can be. Please, please, please work on you consistently, whether it be, say, you want to lose weight, or you want to gain weight, or you want to gain some muscles, or you want to start your own business, go back to school, you can't have a child by yourself, but whatever it is that you would like to do personally to enlift you, to make you better person, work on it. Work on it. Don't ever think that you're too old to go back to school, or you're too old to do certain things. You're never too old. Once you're alive and you have your faculties in place and your mind is still strong, go ahead and try it. Do it. You might be at even a better place now than when you were even younger. Now you're more mature. right? And you can handle these tasks a little bit better now. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Please, 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 if you don't know God, if you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, I invite you to get to know him today. I invite you to invite him into your heart and say, God, I want to know a little bit more about you. I want to know about you so that my life can reflect something positive, because everything with God is positive. I mean, yes, he has other parts to him, but if you follow the Bible and the biblical writings of the Bible in reference to your life, it will only help you and lead you into being better. Okay? So ask God to help you and guide you through your process of life, and tell somebody that you love them. Tell somebody that you love them. It's probably the last time or the only time they've heard it in a long time. All right? And just love on people, protect your kids, protect yourself, be safe, and just have a wonderful week. All right? God bless you guys. And that's it from us here on You Choose Radio.
Shout out to Flyer Guy. Bless you too. I hope you're smiling because we are.
All right, Flyer Guy.
Have a great week, guys. This is the Positive Forces Show.
And we're not give up.
Replicate nobody. Just gotta be living their past.
Yes, 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 yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
fly to my destiny.
This is positive.
But every time I feel let down, pick myself up and go home. Better believe I'ma stay a go-getter. I'ma win like oh. Working hard till I make it, just can't stay down. And the bar can't drop now, on to another level. So put your hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Everybody love your place. Well, love can stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Stay up in the dirt like. Let me see your hands if you know you're not stop. Sing it out loud, say we not give up, no. We not give up, no. Let me see your hands if you know you're not stop. Don't give up now, we got far to go. Far to go. I stay up here. I stay up here. I stay up here. I stay up here. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it now.
You Choose Radio.
I stay up here. I stay up here. Can I satisfy this passion? A taste